Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Cheese Gaming here, and look at me! I can actually run behind buildings! Yeah, this game is so advanced! Even though that this actually has one of the worst graphics in the Pokemon series in my opinion. This is awesome! I don't really care for the graphics, though the music is kind of decent. Well, I'll get more detailed ratings later on in the game, but anyways, last time we actually managed to get the Pokédex, so we can actually see all the Pokemon that we can get. But so far we've seen 5 Pokemon, and anyways, there is one Pokemon that I want to dedicate this video to trying to catch. That Pokemon is none other than Zigzagoon. Not only that, but Zigzagoon actually has another ability called Runaway, and I don't want the Zigzagoon with that ability. It can only have one or the other, so it's going to be quite a kind of like a double challenge. And if I do come across one that actually has Runaway instead of Pickup, well, I can always just release it. Wow, I'm encountering Wurmples more than anything. And female Wurmples at that, it's kind of funny. Like the game either wants me up to have a Silcoon or a Cascoon. By the way, what's so important about Silcoons and Cascoons? Well, Silcoons can evolve into Beautiflies, while Cascoons evolve into Dustox. Beautify is kind of like more of using a special attacker, while Dustox is more of defensive but can inflict status conditions. And what? This Wurmple is only just about as common as Poochyena, but I'm encountering nothing but Wurmples. And I'm just wasting my time just trying to find Zigzagoon. What do you know? I actually found one. Hopefully I don't take it out in one hit. Oh god, thank goodness. But it's actually at the perfect amount. So, throw a Pokeball. Now, there is actually a very good, there is a mathematical technique about, how Pokeballs work, but it is so complex, and I don't want to, like, bore you with all that information. But it basically doubles if you put your Pokemon to sleep and all that, but first Pokeball, please. Please just have the pickup ability. And yes, I will give a nickname. I will call you Lee. However, if you do not have the pickup ability, I'll later call you Abandoned Lee number 1. Please have the pickup ability. Yes! First try! Wait, does it even have Runaway? Maybe I was worrying all for nothing. And what I'm going to spend the rest of my time doing? Just grinding up. How much do I want to level up? At this point of the game, I actually kind of recommend having Doro to be around level 7. Well, Lee will probably be around level 6. But congratulations, me. I've actually caught a Zigzagoon. Congratulations, me. Yay. I should be more enthusiastic. But by the way, the Pokemart does sell Pokeballs. And, by the way, you want to know a good strategy? Well, here's the strategy. Each time you buy Pokeballs, always buy it at intervals of 10. Why? He'll throw in one extra Pokeball, so don't even bother going for 11 when he'll give you a Premier Ball at every 10 intervals. So, well, if you buy more than 10, so if you buy 20, you'll end up with 21, so instead, buy it at 10 intervals instead of like if you're gonna buy, let's say 55, better buy it at 10, buy it at 10 about 5 times and then the extra 5, and you'll end up with, instead of 55 Pokeballs, you're gonna end up with 59. So, 4 extra for free. And what is a Premier Ball? It's just a commemoration for buying 10 Pokeballs at a time. There's really nothing special because it actually behaves exactly like a Pokeball, except it's completely white. Nothing special. But, there you go. And, by the way, this nerd is finally out of the way. So, let's see that footprints. I finished sketching the footprints of a rare Pokemon, but it turned out they were only my own footprints. Do you know what this means? It must be I'm a rare Pokemon. A new breed of Pokemon that is exactly like a stupid, nerdy human at the same time. I must dedicate myself to science. May they experiment on me. May they dissect me. And maybe I'll meet my favorite comic book hero. What am I even talking about anymore? Yeah, instead of them being listed in order, it's basically off to the side to help further indicate that it's the first one released. As if we couldn't tell. Anyways, despite it being at the very top. Shouldn't it be like freaking common sense by now? But anyways, what am I doing? I should actually be going down and trying to get levels up for Linoon. And actually, let's see Linoon's moveset. Wurmples! Wurmples everywhere! By the way, Linoon is so adorable. I think Linoon is actually based off the Japanese raccoon dog, the Tanuki, although it does not have the move Transform, and basically Tackle and Growl. Just their basic moves, and that Wurmple is on a higher level than me. I don't care! I got a male Linoon. And why is being male important? I'm coming off as sexist. And if I come off as sexist, people are going to hate on me and bring up Gamergate and one lady who made a video about sexism in video games that I can't remember the name of because she has such a long last name. That people should always just kind of just forget about her because paying attention to her actually will just bring attention to an issue that doesn't even exist. So why am I talking about it? Oh man, I'm being... That's practically makes me a hypocrite. What's even wrong with me is that I'm breaking into houses uninvited. I'm reading signs uninvited where things start off scarce. Well, that's true for pretty much every RPG. But what did we accomplish in this video? You may say that we didn't accomplish a lot. Well, we have. We've actually kind of Light Noon in actually very good time, and gave it a nickname, described a little bit more about the pickup ability, and well, I have to see his moves. Pretty much, this episode is pretty much all Light Noon. I might as well that should be just the title of it, just friggin' Light Noon. That's all. By the way, I have fought a few battles, then no, it has not picked up an item. But anyways, I'm just gonna do some off-screen training, and well, again, you may say that we haven't accomplished a lot. I feel just the act of catching a Light Noon actually does make me feel like I accomplished a lot for one reason or another. But next time we'll actually make progress, because now that this idiot has gotten out of the way, we can actually move on to Route 102, and well, I'll cover that next time. See you guys then.